Hey everybody, welcome back again to Minute Brothers Garage. Here again with the SI today. We're doing the final big upgrade for phase one, stage one, whatever you want to call it, of this part of the build. So we're going to be doing the new brakes today, and well, that'll be it. It's going to be a decent amount of work. We've got stainless steel lines in all four corners. I came in a couple days ago and I sprayed. Oh, these things are disgusting and dirty. But I sprayed all the fittings and joints on the brake lines with PB Blaster, so hopefully they should break free soon, or easily. Not soon. They will break free soon, but whether it's easy or not is another matter. We're going to take the knuckles off on both sides in the front, and we're going to have to take them up to a shop so we can get the hubs and wheel bearings replaced. We're going to put extended ARP wheel studs on. That's nice. Don't even know where that came from. And replace the wheel bearings while we're at it, because it's not a bad idea. It's got 150, 160,000 miles, and as far as I know, they've never been replaced, so why not? But we're waiting on my brother to get over here with my sockets that'll fit the axle nuts, so I can get those off, so I can get the knuckles off, get them over to a shop and get the bearings replaced. So in the meantime, while we're waiting on my brother to get here, we're going to start modifying the dust shields, because these have to be cut. This part and this part down here are in the way of the new caliper, so I've got to basically cut them along this line here and along this line here on both sides. And then we'll start replacing the brake. Words are hard sometimes, especially when you don't get much sleep. We'll start replacing the brake lines with the stainless steel ones that we've got over here. So we've got, I believe it is, there's the extended studs, the ARPs, got some brake hardware, more brake hardware. Yeah, we got Stop Tech stainless braided lines for front and rear. So we're going to start getting these put on. Maybe hard to see in here. See if I can get some extra light. My phone will work. There we go. So you can kind of see right there, I marked the camber bolts on the front and back side as to where their position is, so that when I go to put the knuckles back on after getting the wheel bearings and hubs swapped out, I can get the camber back in the same spot. I did it on both sides, so hopefully when I put everything back together, the alignment will be back to where it was. But once we get new wheels, because as I showed you in the last video, I mean, these are damn near bald on the fronts. It's got some, let's see if we can get some better lighting in here. Yeah, so you can see the rears are okay. They're the ones on top. The ones on bottom down here, these two, are pretty well worn out. So we're gonna have to get some new front tires at least, which we'll be getting soon, and then we'll be getting it realigned because of, well, taking everything apart here. So hopefully that'll get us close, but we'll see. So we're gonna start removing the knuckles now, and then we'll be back with you. All right, so while we're waiting on my brother to get here with tools, on top of marking the camber bolts on the knuckles, I got the new hubs out, decided to knock out all the old wheel studs, and I'm going to be installing the ARP extended studs. Now, these are substantially longer than I need, but they were the shortest that I could find, I believe, at the time. So I mean, they're twice the length pretty much, but they will give me more than enough thread to hold the wheel on and everything once the rotors are shimmed and all that, to get them in the correct spot. So we're going to start getting the new ones in, and then those will be ready to take up to the shop to get pressed in with the new bearings into the knuckles. So we got the extended wheel studs on. They are substantially longer than stock, but well, they fit, and they'll definitely be able to hold the wheels on with the shims and everything else. And the man is here with tools and stuff to do the axle nuts. So we're gonna get to that now. So the axle nuts are pretty well stuck on. I'm gonna have to try and get my air compressor over here to get those off. I smashed my shin really well with a breaker bar trying to hold the hub in place so that we could get that off, and it just not working. So in the meantime, I've got the brake line on the front passenger off, so you can start getting some of the brake fluid out. I did the same thing in the rear, so that when I take the brake master cylinder off, I'm not dumping brake fluid all over the engine bay. So we'll be back once got the right stuff.
3 days later.
So finally got the air compressor and the toolbox over here. Stupid mess right now. I'm moving stuff around. So we can get the axle nuts off. We already got the axle nuts off. So now we get the other bolts out. Jacob's here today.
I'm here.
So now we can get the hubs off, and we can get them up to a shop to get the wheel bearings pressed in. Old ones pressed out, new ones pressed in, and then we can finish up the job. So we're gonna get to that. So no shops were available today to do this. So I went to Harbor Freight and decided to buy a 12-ton shop press. So where you got this assembled, and then get the wheel bearings pressed out and new ones pressed in. So we got the hydraulic press fully assembled now. So now that's done. Threw one of the wheel hubs back on real quick. Just threw a couple nuts and bolts to it just to kind of secure it. Got this little adapter plate that I can throw on the hub itself, and we got a slide hammer. So we're gonna slide hammer these off, hopefully get the C-ring out of it, and then use the press to hopefully press the bearing itself out. So we're gonna get to doing it. So last night we got the press put together, and we attempted to do one of the wheel bearings. It didn't go so well. We got the old one out, and then we got the new one in. As you can see, it's kind of in pieces right now. The inner races are gone because I didn't buy a wheel bearing like press kit basically, so we were kind of improvising. So after we got the wheel bearing in, I went to press the hub in, and it pushed out the rear race, which is now probably in the trash now. And then let's put this back real quick just so it's got somewhere to sit. But it pushed out the rear race and broke the wheel speed sensor. So I now have to get a new wheel speed sensor for this side. I'm probably just going to break the other one on the other side, get a new one for the other side, so it's not in the way of doing the wheel hub. As you can see, the front race on the one that we broke is stuck to this hub. So I now have to get two new wheel speed sensors, a new hub, swap out these extended studs again, and a new wheel bearing, and a wheel bearing press kit so that we can actually do this properly. So that's going to be the end of this video. Mistakes were made, but we live and learn. So not too expensive of a screw up, but still a screw up anyways. So learn from my lessons, and if you're going to do it yourself, get the proper tools. Don't try and rig something up to make it work. We'll see you next time.